So both armies are set up, the Astra Militarum and the Chaos Space Marines. If you want to see what's in the armies, we've attached another video on there, so have a look, see what myself and Tom have both brought into this. But basically, over on the left here I've got my Demon Princes, the Rhino in front there, and the Thier. And along here just Rhino, Mauler Fiend, Land Raider, Knight, and facing against us we've got a little hill here for the veterans holding this objective. Wyvern here. Back here we've got the Manticore with his command squad. I think Tom, you put squad of veterans
inside the bastions. There's las cannon and flamer and
right. Okay, so they've got an eyesight vision across the battlefield over there towards my armour there. Over here we've got another squad of veterans on the objective, another Wyvern, and Pask squadron here. Over here we've got the Knight up on the hill facing down across the battlefield, and that is pretty much our deployment. Tom, what mission were we doing again?
We are doing Cleanse and Control.
Cleanse and Control. Right, so we've got to claim these objectives. So we've got one over here, number 4.
And 5 here.
Number 5, Tom's veterans are sitting on here.
Yeah. Number 3 in here.
Number 3, the veterans up on the hill.
Number 2 over here.
Number 2 there.
Number 1 in the middle.
And number 1 in the middle. And finally, number 6, the Thier, is sitting on over here. Right, so in reserve, Tom has his Valkyrie. I've currently got the Helldrake, and I am going first. Unless Tom seizes, and here we go.
No.
Tom doesn't seize. So, over to Chaos, turn 1. Okay, so Chaos turn 1. The cards I've drawn are Hungry for Glory. So I got to issue a challenge there. Secure Objective 1 and Secure Objective 3. Okay, so moving on to my movement, and let's see what I've done. Okay, so Chaos turn 1 movement. Objective 3 is up here at the moment, so I'm not able to get that. But Objective 1 is over here, so currently I'm able to get that. So let's just go for my movement, see what I've done. The Knight here is pushed forwards. The Mauler Fiend's climbed over the terrain and it's coming down this side. Land Raiders pushed forward very slightly this turn. These 2 Rhinos have shot forwards. And over here, Thier shuffled forward slightly. And the 2 Demon Princes have gone into like flight mode and they're just flying up here. And we will see what they get up to. So now moving on to Psychic and Shooting Chaos turn 1. So turn 1 shooting for Chaos and Psychic as well. So basically Psychic phase, nothing really happened. The 2 Demon Princes over here tried to summon some demons. And nothing happened. So they kind of went flat out a bit, well, flew a bit further in their shooting. Over here, these 2 Rhinos popped smoke. The Thier here fired along and targeted the Lehman Russes, hoping to get a rending shot. Unfortunately though, it hit, but didn't do any penetrating, so that's a bit sad there. The Mauler Fiend over here ran forwards, kind of eyeing up its victims up on the hill. Over here though, the Knight fired its melter cannon over here and took out one of the Wyverns, so that one has now that one's now gone. Elsewhere, the last cannon here also fired up the hill. Bit of a cheeky shot to try and get the other Wyvern, but it didn't do anything, didn't penetrate. So we're not really in charge range at the moment. So I think we'll be moving on to turn 1 for the Imperial Guard, but let's see what I scored in this turn. At the end of turn 1 for the Chaos, we have secured Objective 1 and we've got First Blood. So currently it's 2-0 to Chaos. Let's see what Guard can do on turn 1. Okay, so turn 1 for the Astra Militarum. Tom has drawn Kingslayer to remove my Warlord. Secure Objective 1 and Overwhelming Firepower to destroy something in the shooting phase. Right, so let's see where Tom has moved his troops in turn 1. Okay, turn 1 movement for the Astra Militarum. Tom, do you want to go through what you've done in your movement phase?
Yeah, I did 2 things.
Right.
Number 1, the Knight that was here moved over towards sort of that area. Not quite sure on 100% can do with them yet.
The Rhino convoy.
Yep, and then the HQ tank squadron just rotated and moved back slightly to have a look at the Warlord, perhaps, with all the heavy bolters and auto cannons.
Yeah, it's the 2 Demon Princes over here. And was that all your movement then?
That's all I moved at the moment, yeah.
Right, okay, so the guard is still holding the line here. And let's move on to Astra Militarum, turn 1 shooting. Turn 1 shooting for the Astra Militarum. Tom, do you want to run through what you did this turn?
Just up in the tower.
It's up in the tower.
So, Company Commander Squad put an order for ignores cover saves on themselves. And they shot everything up at the Demon Prince over here.
Yep.
And they took 1 wound off it, I believe. That's correct.
Yes.
Isn't it? Yeah. And it had to take a ground test.
Yep.
So, which it did actually fail, but I did actually also shoot the las cannon from the bastion at it as well.
Yep.
This las cannon shot at the Maul of Fiend.
Yep.
This las cannon shot at the Knight. That las cannon shot at the Knight, and on past every single cover save.
And the plasma guns as well.
And the plasma guns. Passed all the saves on them.
Yeah, that's pretty good, wasn't it?
It was very good.
And the Manticore as well fired as well, didn't it?
Fired as well, and
Manticore fired.
it penetrated, but again, did the saves were in the favour again.
Yeah, not good.
Not particularly brilliant, to be honest.
No.
Then the squadron here, shot up at the leader as well.
Yep.
Didn't do anything in the end.
No, you 1 wounded and a pass as a save.
Yes, that's right.
It's just struggling to hit it.
Yeah. And on that, the Knight shot at the Rhinos, actually got a hit, penetrated, but rolled a 1 on the result. So, all in all, not a very good shooting phase.
No.
But we'll see what happens in the assault phase. Maybe
Yes.
for the Rhino.
Maybe. Right, so moving on to turn 1 assault for the Astra Militarum. Right, turn 1 assault for Astra Militarum. And Tom, what did you do?
The Knight did what it was supposed to do, which was charge in and destroy the Rhino.
Hooray!
And that's it.
Yeah, so the guys have disembarked over there, but yeah, so that's Tom's assault phase. Nothing else happened. His Knight has got stuck in there. Right, so at the end of Tom's turn, let's see what he's achieved. Okay, so at the end of turn 1 Astra Militarum, Tom unfortunately hasn't claimed any objectives in that. The shooting phase all really relied on killing the Demon Prince HQ, getting Kingslayer and overwhelming firepower, but unfortunately nothing. So, moving on to Chaos Space Marines, turn 2. Okay, turn 2 Chaos, and I've drawn secure objective 6. So I've got objective 6, objective 3 and Hungry for Glory. So let's see what I can do in the movement phase. Okay, turn 1 movement for Chaos. Right, so Demon Prince has swooped down here, still flying around. The Mauler Fiend has seen what he likes most. Demon Russes. So he's charged through. The Knight here is backing him up. I think Tom's in some serious trouble here because the lines are really stretched here and he could be in trouble. Land Raiders gone 12 up the hill. Over here, Helldrake's flown on, eyeing up this squad in the building. There'll be some serious flamage coming in here, so we will see. Elsewhere, the leader, he's on top of this building, he's gone back into flight mode now. Down here, Marines are holding their ground, and finally over there, that Rhino's moved 12 over this way. So that's what I've done. Let's see what I can bring in the psychic and shooting for Chaos turn 2. Okay, turn 2 shooting for the Chaos. These guys have fired over the Knight. Didn't really do anything. We hit and penetrated with the melter, but he passed with his shield. Over here, the Scarum was trying to redeem itself slightly and fire its autocannons as well, but didn't penetrate. Hit lots, but unfortunately didn't penetrate. Moving over, Helldrake fired its flamer up into this building and just set everyone aflame. Flames and bodies everywhere, but these two still hold the line there, trying to hold out for some Imperial Justice. The melter cannon here fired over towards Tom's command squad, which is holding this building here. Yeah, hit. The building took a bit of damage. The quad gun got destroyed. The guys broke, and they're currently down here, so they're fleeing at the moment. And I think pretty much that was all my shooting. In my psychic phase, I did manage to summon some little drones, so these guys have popped up here, and they're eyeing up these bad boys. So that's it. So moving on to assault, and see if my Mauler Fiend can eat some Lumen Russes. We will see. And over to turn 2, assault for chaos. Turn 2 assault for chaos. Right, so the only assault really was the Mauler Fiend here. He charged in, fluffed like 3 of his 4 attacks, took out 1 heavy bolter on the Lumen Russ, and then his magma cutters did, what, 1 hull point? Yeah, so not that great for my assault, but it was a pretty good shooting phase, so I can't really ask for much more. And that is it for my assault. So let's have a quick update of the points and see where we are. End of turn 2 for chaos. I've secured objective 6 with the Sicaran, who's still sitting on there. Objective 3 is still held by the Imperial Guard, and no squads have got in combat yet, so I haven't quite got that. So currently the score is 3-0 to the chaos. And now moving on to Imperial Guard, turn 2. Alright, turn 2 for the Astra Militarum, and Tom still has Kingslayer, objective 1, and overwhelming firepower. Okay, so let's see what Tom's going to do in the movement phase. Okay, Tom, turn 2 for movement for the Astra Militarum. Do you want to go through what you've done in this turn?
Yeah, well, due to the last turn turning out a bit lucky for me at the end there, I've turned these back around.
Yep.
To hopefully shoot at something. I'm not quite sure yet, and deciding what happens on certain other things.
Right, okay.
Over here, the command squad did not rally, but they only ran 3 inches, so they just about got away with it this turn.
Or just at the moment, yep.
Other than that, the only thing I moved was the knight, which ran over here. Rolled quite nice on the
So it's repositioned,
yeah, so
stomping up there.
Possibly go for that.
Eyeing up the Chaos Knight.
Yeah, and the Valkyrie came on, and that just flown across, and it's got a few choices to target, because it can shoot the flyers as well, or it can go for the ground troops. Not decided yet, but it's got options of both. Yeah. So,
there we go. See. Right, okay, so moving on to turn 2 shooting for the Astra Militarum. Okay, turn 2 shooting for the Astra Militarum. Tom, do you want to run through what you've done in your shooting phase this turn?
Yeah, wasn't too bad. So the Wyvern shot at the plate drones and killed 1.
Yep, so 1's gone there.
The Manticore shot all the way over the Sicaran and took 2 hull points off it, immobilised it and stunned it.
Yep, so fired all the way over here and did a fair bit of damage there. That's quite an impressive shot.
Wasn't too bad. And then the Valkyrie came on and shot its heavy bolter side and the multi-laser and the other heavy bolter up at the Demon Prince and took a wound off it.
Oh, I've got to do a grounding test.
And the grounding test.
Pass me a dice. Right, grounding test. Here we go. I'm fine. Whew.
Never mind. And then the knight who'd run up here shot his heavy stover at the back of the. Well, I did actually glance it, but unfortunately got a save.
Yep.
Then he shot the melter cannon at the guy in front of him and took a hull point off him as well.
Yep.
Other than that, the squadron here passed rollers orders to do split fire. Shot at the Mauler Fiend, didn't do anything.
Plasma cannons.
Yeah, yep. And then these 2 shot up at the Demon Prince again, and they hit quite a lot, but unfortunately he passed his save. So, other than that, that'll be it.
Oh, and of course, Tom.
Oh, sorry, yes, I did actually almost forget something. The one that's gone and shot from here. Last roll of dice, 6 and a 6, blew up.
Blew up, yep. So I lost 1 Chaos Marine. That squad in there now pinned. So that's not great for me, but yeah. That's what Tom did. So I think we're moving on to turn 2 assault phase for the Astra Militarum. Okay, so turn 2 assault for the Astra Militarum, and Tom charges knight into the Mauler Fiend, doing 2 hull points. Fight back. The Mauler Fiend's, scraped at the armour, tried to do a bit of damage, but unfortunately wasn't able to. So the fight carries on to Chaos turn 3. So that was quite a good little fight. Mauler Fiend just held in there. And let's see what Tom scored at the end of turn 2. Okay, so at the end of turn 2 for the Astra Militarum, Tom has scored overwhelming firepower. So he's got himself 1 point there. So currently it is 3-1 to the Chaos. So moving on to Chaos turn 3. Okay, turn 3 for Chaos, and I have drawn Secure Objective 5, so I've still got Secure Objective 3 and Hungry for Glory. So let's see what we can do in the movement phase. Okay, turn 3 movement for Chaos. The 2 Demon Princes are still flying and have flown over here to Objective 3. The Knight has moved very slightly. Helldrake swoops along and is currently heading off in this direction. Also, we have got the Rhino that's kind of scooted around from there and heading up here towards this objective here. So that is the movement phase. Moving on to Psychic and Shooting, turn 3. Turn 3 shooting for Chaos and Psychic. Right, so these guys flew over. Tried to summon 2 squads, only 1 squad formed up, and they've run up the hill a little bit, so they're now in this building. And the 2 Demon Princes also cast Nurgle's Rot. So we wiped out this squad here, Nurgle's Rot, did a bit of damage to this squad, but unfortunately, as it affects everyone, almost also killed 3 Chaos Marines and a Bloodletter. But hey, that's Chaos for you. And yeah, he's still holding that objective there, not able to do anything, not able to budge him off this turn, but never mind, doing a bit of damage. Elsewhere, the Valkyrie's down. The Valkyrie is down. The melter gun here fired up and just knocked out the pilot, and it came rocketing down, so it's now blown up and a wreck on the battlefield. Right, so moving on to Assault. Let's see what we can do to the Astra Militarum. Right, so turn 3 Assault for Chaos. The 2 drones scooted down the hill here, engaged the Imperial Guard in combat. Did a little bit of damage, but we also lost one of our lovely drones. But the main thing in this turn was, where's my Knight gone? Where's my Mauler thing gone? This pesky Knight has just killed off both of them. He crushed the Mauler Fiend with the last hull point and then just decimated my Knight.
Yeah.
Scattering over here, blew up, took a drone out, took a few guardsmen out, so not great.
It was lucky.
It was very lucky. But it did suffer 3 hull points, so that's not great for him, but really taking out the Knight and the Mauler Fiend were a bit, I think, possibly a little bit of a game changer, but we will see. So that's the Assault. I'm going to look at the objectives and see what I've achieved. Right, so Chaos turn 3. At the end of my turn there, I haven't actually scored any objectives, so it's currently 3-1 to Chaos still. Let's see if the Guard can catch up a little bit in their turn 3. Okay, so Imperial Guard turn 3, and we've still got Kingslayer, we've got Secure Objective 1, and we've got Secure Objective 4, the one he's just drawn there. So moving on to his movement, and we'll see where Objective 1 and 4 are in relation to his forces. Okay, so movement, turn 3 for Astra Militarum. Tom, do you want to run through what you've done this turn?
Yep, my objectives are 4 and 1, which are over here. I elected not to go for them, and so I'm going to try and get Slay the Warlord. So these guys move this way to get firing on him again. Yep. I'm hoping 3rd time lucky. And the Knight is cut to here just in case something drops out, or just to finish off one of the units over here, hopefully. Okay. And obviously also down here, my leader, well not my, sorry, one of my HQs decided that...
Yeah, your command squad.
He didn't want to carry on fighting. He legged it after being bombed out of the Bastion, essentially. So.
Yeah. Right, okay. So, moving on to Shooting and Psychic for turn 3, Astra Militarum. Okay, so I'll turn 3 Shooting for the Astra Militarum. Tom, do you want to run through what your guys have done this turn?
Yeah. Essentially, the knight shot at the leader, Demon Prince, sorry. Didn't do anything with the David Saber. It was more the fact that he could charge it in case. It then shot his melter cannon at the squad down there and took one away, I think it was in the end.
Yeah.
Pask and his squad did a split fire rule, and Pask shot at the squad down there.
Yep.
And I think he killed one as well.
Yep.
The 2 exterminators shot the leader Demon Prince and didn't do anything.
Indeed.
I think actually over here, the squad that stood in the bastion shot at the Helldrake, didn't do anything because it didn't hit.
Yep.
The Manticore had another shot at the Sicarian again.
Yep.
But unfortunately, this time wasn't so lucky.
No, the luck didn't pay off this time. It just went flying off target.
And then finally, the Wyvern decided that the forces over here were warranting enough of a danger that would do some danger close firing to our squad over here.
Yeah.
And so they took out the
quite a lot of the bloodletters. There's only one bloodletter left.
So I think that is everything.
Yep. Moving on to turn 3 assault for the Imperial Guard. Okay, so turn 3 assault. Basically, these guys carry on the fight. One of the guys died to the Nurgle plague sword there, and they failed leadership and fell back. So hopefully they'll keep going because they're cowards. And yeah, that's it. All right, let's have a look what Imperial Guard have scored in their turn 3. Okay, so Imperial Guard turn 3 at the end here. Tom hasn't actually achieved anything this turn. Still needs to secure objective 4, secure objective 1. You're discarding that one, and Kingslayer there. Yeah. So I think you're still aiming for Kingslayer there to kill off my leader. Right, so moving on to Chaos turn 4 and see what we can do. Okay, so turn 4 movement for Chaos. Right, these guys, the Rhinos pushed up here and the boys have deployed over here. The guys also are moved up. We're kind of aiming here for this Leman Ross squadron to do a bit of damage with the melter guns and plasma pistols, so if we can actually do a couple of hull points. Also, the Helldrake's come down, he's swooped down, he's now in hover mode. I'm really hoping here to incinerate this squad and take them off the objective. Elsewhere, the leader has kind of come along here. Now he's hiding behind the smoke, hoping to keep his 1 wound going, but I've got a feeling it's not going to last forever. Elsewhere, the Chaos Marines here, been moving up the hill, hoping to engage this squad of guardsmen. And this Demon Prince has kind of come down here. Maybe a Nurgle Rot, maybe summoning some more critters. We will see. So moving now into Psychic and Shooting and see what the Chaos can do. So Chaos, turn 4 shooting. These 2 squads fired the melter guns and plasma guns, and we blew up one of the Leman Rosses over here, so that's 1 less tank to fear. Also for Psychic, this guy tried to cast stuff and everything didn't work. He did cast Nurgle Rot, but then he ended up killing his last bloodletter, and the guardsman survived. Damn it! These guys charged up the hill, fired their flamer. I've got 2 flamers. Never mind. Bolt pistols, and we took a couple out. Also the plasma pistol, he decided to kill himself with an overheating plasma pistol. So it wasn't that great this turn really. And so we're going to be moving on to turn 4 assault. Okay, end of turn 4 assault for the Chaos Space Marines. These guys attempted to charge up here. Las Cannon being such an easy weapon to manoeuvre, snap fired and knocked out the first guy, and the other 2 just decided, maybe it wasn't for us after all. Elsewhere, the Plague Drone here, he kind of swooped up and attacked the Leman Ross, didn't do anything, but he's definitely keeping you busy for now. And that was it really for the assault. So let's see what the Chaos scored at the end of turn 4. Okay, so at the end of turn 4 for Chaos, we've got secure objective 5, and I will be discarding Hungry for Glory because there's not really many characters, if any characters, left on the battlefield for the Imperial Guard. So that's it. So the score is currently 4-1 to Chaos, and see what the Imperial Guard can do in their turn 4. Right, so Imperial Guard turn 4. Tom still has Kingslayer. He's still got secure objective 4, but he's drawn behind enemy lines, which is a bit of a struggle for him, as he hasn't actually got that many fast moving things left. So let's go and see what it's going to do in turn 4 movement for Astra Militarum. Okay, so turn 4 movement for the Astra Militarum. Tom, do you want to run through what you have done in this turn of movement?
No problem. Tanks moved around.
Yep.
Pask had to take an engineering test because he moved on here, and he actually immobilised himself and took a whole point, obviously.
That's one Pask.
So they're now both on 1 whole point. The knight has just sort of moved for here because he thought, hey, it's Helldrake and he's hovering. I'm
yeah,
going
so why not?
beat him. Ironically, the reason he got immobilised was to make sure there's enough space for him to move through.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Greedy knight. Right, okay.
And that's it.
So moving on to your psychic and shooting phase. Let's see what you can do in turn 4. Right, so shooting phase for Astra Militarum turn 4. Tom, what did you do?
Right, well, the knight
Yep.
shot at the Helldrake with the thermal cannon, which was extremely close, but actually it paid off big time. It died in 1 shot.
Yep.
Pask and the Exterminator shot at the Demon Prince.
It's gone.
And he's dead at last. After the last shot with a heavy bolter, I rolled it 6 and he rolled a 1 on the save, thank God.
4 turns of shooting.
Yeah, it was a lot of shooting. Other than that, over here, essentially the Wyvern shot at the units up on the hill over here.
And the Manticore as well.
And the Manticore as well, yeah, shot in
so
these 2 squads here.
Dispersed their shots and killed quite a few Marines, but we're still kind of holding it there.
Yeah, they're still there. And then, yeah. That's it at the moment, actually. Yeah.
Right, and no assault this turn.
No.
So let's move on. Right, okay, so turn 4 assault for Astra Militarum. Tom forgot about this, but his knight was going to charge up here and take on this squad in shelter. But the melter gun hit. It glanced. Tom failed his save and took 1 more hull point. So it's down to 1 now, and it failed his charge. So that'll teach him. Okay, so moving on to scores then for Astra Militarum turn 4. Okay, so turn 4 for Astra Militarum. At the end of the turn, Tom has scored Kingslayer. He's rolled dice and he's got 2 points for that. So now it's gone up to 4-3 to Chaos. So it's all to play for in the last couple of turns here. Let's see what happens in turn 5, Chaos. So turn 5 movement for Chaos. Right, these guys, they've pulled back a bit here to hold this objective. These guys, and there's another guy in the building there, just coming down the hill, trying to face off against that knight. Okay, a bit of glory for Chaos. This Rhino's on the objective at the moment. The Sicarian's also on the objective. Demon Prince here is kind of flown out a bit. I'm hoping really to get a decent summon off, and probably try and summon some guys over here. That's where these guys moved up the hill. They're getting a bit annoyed now that a lot of their brothers have fallen to just veterans. It's embarrassing. And over here, yep, the drone's coming in to try and finish Pask off. So, all to play for, and let's go into shooting and psychic turn 5. Right, so turn 5, psychic and shooting for Chaos. I mean, this is an awesome game. It's gone all over the place. Right, so what happened is the Demon Prince cast Summon. Bloodletters came here. We tried to do a run move to get to this objective, but unfortunately we're a bit short here. But over here, these 2 Chaos Marines finally got their revenge on the veterans, incinerated, and took the other one out with bolt pistol to the head. But the best thing in the world happened over here. It's gone. We killed it. The melter gun that came down here hit, penetrated, and just destroyed the knight. Unfortunately for the Chaos Marines, it did stumble forwards into them and killed the 2 guys here. But their brother Marine is still lurking in the building there. So no, that was a really good shot. It's little moments like that make the game. And now we're going to be moving on to turn 5, Assault for Chaos. So in turn 5, Assault for Chaos, the drone got back into combat with Pask and he didn't do anything with a touch of rust. So that's that. Right, so at the end of turn 5 Assault, that's all that's happened. And now we're going to go see what Chaos have achieved in their turn 5. Okay, so at the end of turn 5 for Chaos, we've finally got objective 3 after 5 turns of bitterly struggling to get up that hill and take out those veteran squads. So that's that. And we also got Supremacy. So rolling a d3 here 2 points. Right, nice.
Put that up to a 3 then.
So we've got 2, 3,
Oh, sorry.
4, 5, 6, and 7 because of first blood, and it is currently 7, 6.
That's right, yeah.
7-6 to Chaos, because we've got about Warlord kill last turn. Right, so moving on to turn 5 for Imperial Guard, and let's see what they can do. Okay, turn 5 movement for the Astra Militarum. Tom, what have you done?
Well, I've got Assassination.
Yep.
So I decided to just turn this tank and have a crack at killing the Demon Prince over there.
Yep.
Along with the Manticore, who's run out of ammo, but he's got his heavy bolter still, so...
Maybe that'll do something.
You never know. Pask is a little bit stuck to what to do. He might just turn a plasma cannon response and let the guy and hopefully get lucky.
Okay.
We do a split fire rule, and yeah, the Wyvern stay where it was, just a little pivot to get line of sight on the demons down there.
Right, okay, so yeah, to fire down onto this squad of demons here. Right, okay, so moving on to turn 5 shooting for the Imperial Guard. Let's see what they can bring to the table. Okay, turn 5 shooting for the Imperial Guard.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom, do you want to run through what you've done here, or what you didn't do?
Yeah, roll for split fire, because obviously Pask can't shoot over there anyway. Shot the Exterminator of the Demon Prince.
Yep.
Unfortunately failed to do anything.
Yep.
Pask shot his main cannon here, and luckily didn't scatter on top of him, but actually hit that perfectly, but didn't do anything. Same with the plasma cannon rather. The Manticore has run out of main weapon research, shot its heavy bolt at the Demon Prince and did nothing again.
Yep.
However, on the plus side, the Wyvern wiped out the entire squad of Bloodletters.
Yeah, just squished here now.
Which is brilliant.
So, right, okay, so moving on to turn 5 assault for the Astra Militarum. Let's see what Tom's forces can bring, if anything, to the table. Alright, so turn 5 assault for the Astra Militarum. Unfortunately for Pask, his luck ran out and the play drone was able to glance it and finish him off. So he's gone, giving Chaos the Warlord kill. Okay, so then moving on to the end of the turn and seeing what the score is. Also, we are ending it now on turn 5 rather than rolling. So, let's see what the score is. The end of turn 5 for Astra Militarum, and Tom hasn't achieved any of his objectives there.
Nope.
So we're going to have a quick add up of the score and find out how it went for both of us. Okay, so as the last bolt gun runs dry and the las guns left on the ground, the score finally is 9-6 to Chaos. It's been a really good game.
Yep. Been enjoying myself.
Yeah, so really good. Tom, have you got a man of the match or a model of the match?
Imperial Knight, even though it's not part of my Astra Militarum force, because it saved my ass.
Yeah, it took out the Mauler Fiend and the other Chaos Knight and still was left standing. So that's pretty impressive for Knights, because normally when they get in combat and they kill the other Knight, it just means a destroy hit on itself as well. So that was really good. For myself, it was probably even my HQ, my Demon Prince of the Axe, because he took basically 4 turns of constant firing from the Lehman Russ platoon to take him down.
Was broken.
Yeah, also I'm quite fond of this squad. They didn't do amazingly well, but they did withstand a lot, and eventually they set out with an objective, they got up the hill, and they finally claimed it. So that's a little victory for them. But yeah, Tom, it's been a really good game.
Yep.
It's really nice to see both of our armies after months of collecting. And
on to the next project.
On to the next project, and let's have a few more games with these boys.
Yeah.
See how it turns out. So thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah,
thank you for your support. We've got over 200 subscribers now.
Yeah, it's nice to see it ticking up. So thank you all very much for your support and thanks for liking us.
Yep, and we'll see you next time.